Hey guys, last week I got back from Glastonbury Festival and I had the most exponentially awesome time. I can't even put into words how great it was. I think it was one of the best weekends of my life. So instead of the usual like drugstore must-haves that I do with Sugarscape every month, this is a festival special edition. Good. I made a list of 15 things that I think will see you well for the beauty side of a festival. So first things first, everyone knows that this is pretty much a festival essential, and that is face wipes. Two of my favourites are the Nivea Sensitive Cleansing Wipes and the Simple Kind to Skin Cleansing Facial Wipes. These are great just obviously to take your makeup off at the end of the day, but they're also just really handy to keep in your bag when you're wandering around the place. But don't want to put these anywhere near your female areas, because it can upset the balance of things. Moving on, you have to be prepared for every weather eventuality, and a big part of that is SPF and sun skincare. I've got a Nivea Sun Protect and Refresh in factor 50 here, just because that means you can't go wrong. You're probably not going to get caught out as long as you keep reapplying. Sugarscape also sent me this one from Ultra Sun, which is a glimmer version, which I just think is really cool. If you're covering your body in like nice sparkly bits, that's just nice. Even if you smell like poo, at least you're sparkling. It's also important to remember to chuck an SPF lip balm in your bag. This one is from Anatomicals. It's called the Stick It Where the Sun Don't Shine stick. I love their names. They always name things really well. And obviously sunglasses are a biggie. You can go crazy, but the chances are with crazy sunglasses they haven't got the proper protection in them, so it's also worth taking a proper pair with you for if it's super duper sunny. Like, the idea of festival makeup just fills you with like bright colours, gonna do all sorts of neon stuff, I'm gonna look amazing, might paint myself as a rainbow fish, but realistically you don't want to be taking all that stuff with you. Sorry to be like the bearer of bad news, but that walk from coach or car to campsite is an hour of your life that will diminish you as a human. Like, it's just the worst. Anyway, this is my festival essentials makeup bag. So I think the first thing that we all need to take is some kind of base, because the chances are your skin is not going to play ball. My favourites are the Dr. Jart Water Fuse BB Beauty Balm and also the Bare Minerals Prime Time BB Primer Cream. A high coverage concealer like 17's On The Spot concealer. Take a powder. If it gets hot you are going to be sweating, and if it's wet you're going to be wet. So a powder like 17's Miracle Matte Loose Powder. I'd say take a little eyebrow pencil. Like this one from Rimmel is awesome because it comes with a little brush on the lid, so that's sort of like a 2-in-1 jobby. Or you could just stick to a clear brow gel. This one from Rimmel is really great. This is called Brow This Way. Just really simple, but will make you look so much more sort of tidy and like you've put a little bit of effort in, even if you've just rolled out of your sleeping bag and headed towards the bacon sandwich van, which is not what I did. Mascara is also really great for helping like make your eyes look a bit more awake if you have had like 2 hours sleep. At the moment I'm loving the Scandaleyes Rockin' Curves from Rimmel, and it's also snake print, so that's really cool. I'd say just like a balmy sort of really sheer colour, like these new ones from Barry M, which are called the Core Balmy. They're quite similar to the baby lips, but I actually think they have a little bit more colour in them, so I'd say they're probably better value actually. And obviously these are just really to keep in your pocket, and you don't even have to use a mirror to do this. Like, you can literally just whack this on and it will just sort of give you a bit of extra colour. I feel like a lot of festival brightness you can do at home before you have to cart your entire life in a backpack. I would say a good place to start is nail polish. My favourites at the moment are the new matte range from Barry M. Obviously bright nail polish you could just do sort of like the night before you go with one of these shades like this, and then that's just an instant pop of colour. But I'm also really loving this sort of like neon greeny matte shade, which is called Waikiki, and I also really like the blue, which is called Malibu. If you fancy a bit more of a bold lip colour that's still really easy to apply, I'd say a good place to start looking is Collection at the moment, because they've just launched these amazing new lip butter crayons, which just sounds so appealing, like really moisturising, but the colour in them is also really great, and obviously because it's Collection the price point is amazing. You could also chuck some like bright semi-permanent sort of like dip dye colour in your hair, which is something else that you can just do at home before you go. I've got these really cool ones from Crazy Colour. I've got Capri Blue and Pine Green for a bit of a Kylie Jenner sort of vibe. Eyeshadow pencils and crayons. And at the moment I'm really loving these new ones from the Rimmel Kate Moss collection. I love this really rich deep purple. There's a bright royal blue and also an amazing peacock green, which is perfect. So I just think it's cool to have makeup that's gonna make an impact but is just really quick to apply and chuck on your face. Obviously don't actually chuck it on your face. My number one tip for festival makeup is glitter. In festivals, you could literally put it all over your face and no one will mind. I wore it all over my eye bags and then down in like a triangle here. I'll put a photo in somewhere so you can see. And then obviously it just bounces the light off because it's glitter, so you don't look tired. Amazing. I'd actually say this is probably the most important one to remember to take with you. Hand sanitizer. With like 100,000 people in one place, there is a lot of grossness. Try and imagine having the runs at a festival when you basically have to go to the loo in a hole in a plank. That won't be fun, so wash your hands. My ultimate faves are the super cute little ones from Bath & Body Works. These are amazing because they smell like really sweet and girly as well, so they just make you feel a bit less disgusting. And there's also this really nice one from Eco Hydra, which just looks very sensible and apparently kills up to 99.99999% of bacteria. So that's quite a lot of bacteria. Possibly not that obvious if you've never been to a festival before. Toilet paper. There's no toilet paper there. Remember to take this around with you, otherwise you'll be in trouble. Another biggie is dry shampoo. Obviously, I'm absolutely loving this one from Fudge Urban at the moment, which is their dry shampoo because it smells of crisp pear and sweet vanilla. Like, I want to eat this. I'd also recommend picking up one of the Batiste minis, which you can just keep in your handbag, and then when you inevitably get a pint of beer chucked over your head while you're watching your favourite band, happens to the best of us, this will make you stop crying. Also along the hairlines, don't forget to take some bobbles, hair clips, and I'd also recommend like headbands, like head scarves, just because they're really good for covering up grease. I had like this bandana one, I had this like cool tropical one, then I had loads of tie-dye ones and stuff. They're just a bit cooler than flower crowns. I feel like The Wanted would wear flower crowns and 5 Seconds of Summer would wear these. Obviously, toothpaste and toothbrush are a huge must, and I don't have one, but a little mini mouthwash is really good just to keep in your pocket because it's a really easy way of making yourself feel instantly less disgusting. I'd also recommend taking like a little mini first aid kit with you. It doesn't have to be anything drastic, but just to cover the very basic bases. So just sort of like plasters, paracetamol, earplugs if you're a light sleeper, any contraceptives that you might need. If you fancy having sex with someone that hasn't washed for 5 days, you go for it. And just as a little extra, I'd say something like the Dr. Pawpaw Original Balm is just really handy to keep with you. It's all sort of multi-purpose and can do lots of different things. So if you get very dry skin, you can wax them on. And it's also really good for just like minor cuts and scrapes and stuff. So this is a bit of a miracle product really, and pretty much perfect for festivals. Take a torch with you. You must, because when you're stumbling back from wherever you've been till like 3 o'clock in the morning and you're navigating your way through pitch black across hundreds of tents, if you don't have a torch you will fall to your death over guy ropes and it hurts so much. So make sure you take a tent with, well, make sure you take a tent with you. Make sure you also take a torch with you. Side note, take a tent. I know a lot of the festivals are setting up these sort of like charging stations at the moment, but the one in Glastonbury was insanely busy and I didn't want to waste like precious days queuing up there really when there was so much to go and see and do and like take part in. So I'd say it is probably worth investing in your own portable phone charger to take with you. I really wish I'd done that. It might make you feel like a massive Poindexter, but you do need to take a waterproof coat with you. I took this one with me, which I've had for years. It's from Primark. It's just covered in like a cute little floral print. It is worth noting though that with the Primark waterproofs, they're not actually waterproof, they're showerproof. Which is fine if it's like light rain, bit of drizzle, you're sorted. If it chucks it down and like belts it, not good. So I think it's also worth investing in one of those emergency ponchos. You know, like the one your mum keeps in the boot of the car for family days out when you go to Thorpe Park and stuff. Take one of those with you because they're just really handy to keep in your handbag. This might seem weird, but I also think it's a really good idea to keep sweets with you. Sugarscape sent me a bag of Mawams to illustrate this point, but they're gone. I don't know where they went. So I have this Dib Dab to illustrate instead. We just bought loads of like little cheapy sweets like this because they're great to just keep in your handbag, but it'll stop you fainting in hot crowds. If you're getting squashed, it's no fun if you're like feeling really weak and weary and stuff. So just make sure you keep your blood sugar topped up as well. That was hard to say. Deodorant. Don't forget deodorant, whatever you do. And last but not least, my 15th item on this very essential list is a water bottle. Obviously you can pick these up at all the food stalls everywhere, but they're quite pricey and it's just handy to take one of your own. It's just really important to stay hydrated if you're having a busy day, if you're on your feet all the time in the sunshine, and if you're drinking a lot of alcohol. This is so sensible of me. You need to be alternating with water, not only because it's like good for your body, but because it will help with the hangover. Being hungover in a tent, that ain't fun, my dude, that ain't fun. Don't forget to head over and check out Sugarscape because we're all really funny. And I'm gonna go now because this video has been well long and I'm quite hungry. So I will see you guys very soon. Bye. Oh, I'm so bad at this.